Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Mike, I mean, I guess you can shed some light growing up in Brooklyn. What was the relationship from your point of view with those from Puerto Rico when growing up?
Oh, my relationship with all cultures, growing up in Brooklyn is like where I grew up in Brooklyn, they called it third world. Where I
Mm.
grew up in Brooklyn, it was Jamaicans, Haitians, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, everything where I grew up, So that's why musically, you got to hear and experience everything. So we went to parties and you heard everything. And so people growing up, people would ask me, "Oh, you know how to dance that? Are you from there?" I said, "No, I'm from America, but I know how to dance it all. I know how to play it all. I know how to sing it all because I grew up in that mixture of Brooklyn, where everyone was intermingling, and that's how we all learned each other's music, and that's how the music meld into what it is. The music that we play and listen to are such a mix.
Mm.
So it's a mixture of everything.
And so they would, because I know that I've interviewed quite a number from New York, and during the 80s when there was a lot of tension, and was there ever, from your point of view, any tensions with those who were, say, from Puerto Rico, or did everyone feel as if we're doing discriminated the same way, so we need to bond together?
Oh, it was everything. I mean, we partied together, but
Mm.
of course there was but of course there was always, depending on who you with, in the '80s there were more gangs,
Oh.
so of course you come across a gang, you know what I mean? Whether it be a Puerto Rican gang or a black gang or, a white gang, you come across a gang, you know, you're gonna get a rub, you're gonna get trouble. So, but in the clubs and the music scene, it was always a mixture of everything. So everyone mixed together and we played together, and that's how a band was formed, I mean, in the mid '80s. You know what I mean? Me, Alex is black and German, and Lisa at the time Puerto Rican, but that's how the mix was,
The time
from
she
you,
ain't Puerto Rican no more.
yeah, from from UTFO, yeah, Kango is from Haiti, and so the neighborhoods were always so mixed that we hung out together. We played together, we partied together, but then there's always a rub because there's always some tensions between people, certain factors, things like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's interesting. I always find it interesting because when I was a kid, I went to a private Catholic school, right? And it was really the first time that I started to understand race, like, and racism, because most of the other kids, they were like Irish Catholic or Italian or, and it was it was very interesting because there were also some Black Caribbean kids there. And yeah, I got bullied by other kids, regardless if they were Black or white. But it was strange because with the Black kids, I never felt like, I don't know, I never felt like I was bullied because of like who I was. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, it's a very weird thing. Like, it's a weird feeling to get between bullying between, in where I was, between the Black kids and white kids. The white kids, it was like more psychological. And it was definitely like, you're like, we don't know how to categorize you kind of thing. And, it's just them basically like not being used to, seeing someone or being with somebody who's different, who's like culturally different, who looks different from them, and all that kind of stuff. But obviously, like the Black kids, I mean, they're around everybody. They're around like all sorts of people every single day. It's not just other Black kids that they're around. So
Mm.
it wasn't like I was getting bullied because I'm Puerto Rican, or you know because of anything like that. It was just more like, little stupid petty nonsense. So I
Bullying
work.
for bullying's sake.
Yeah.
Bullying for bullying's sake. Yeah, you're
But
small. You're
but
small. We want to bully you.
yeah, but they were like more direct about, like, the black kids were more direct about it, about like what was pissing them off. Meanwhile, the white kids just like they would never like say, "Oh, it's because you look like this," or "It's because you know, whatever kind of like nonsense that they've been raised with. It's just a very different experience. So even in the midst of all of that, I always still had an affinity more so, especially with the Black Caribbean community, because I'm like, I know you guys, I still know it's all love. Like, I still know it's all love and that like we're culturally very similar. So it's not like, you know.
Yeah, and I think I think part of the reasons for trying to understand culturally how you guys in New York grew up is because when we look at Cult Jam, even when Lisa was there, you know, it might seem normal for you guys that okay, um, somebody's black, somebody's mixed race, somebody's Puerto Rican, but we love music. But for those of us outside, it was like, oh, that doesn't. We're not used to that. We're used to Motown giving us okay, all black men, all black women, or sometimes the mix. So I guess trying to understand how culturally you guys grew up, where actually color didn't seem to make a difference. It's just about the passion and the music. So that's a big reasons why asking these kind of questions sort of
Yeah,
help the international to try and get a picture and understand the history of the group.
yeah. I mean, you know, music is always a common love, you know, and that's what brings us together. And then your music, when you play out, you know, when you start to write music, all your influences comes to play. You know what I mean? All your influences, all your Caribbean influences, all your R&B, or your jazz, or you know, all that comes into the music. You know, so that's why you get a nice eclectic sound of music. You know, it's not just, you know, the music is not just R&B. It's, you know, not just pop music. You know, it's a mixture of everything. It has a little Latin feel and it has a little Caribbean feel, has dance and funk and R&B and jazz. You know, it feels like everything. You know.
Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that category.
And somewhere in between.
For even loving us, on which I didn't miss you with.
What was it like growing up?
She's still making an impact on 4 houses down.
I have a couple pieces.
Trying to get this one and that one.
That works for you, but just for me,
No. Okay, you okay?
They don't understand what Jonas boys are winning all spirits.
Play it.
I mean, I love all different genres.